What is up, everybody? I'm back. It has been quite a while since I've worked on the 68. Just had a bunch of stuff going on. Customer cars in and out, the Corvette in and out. But I am back. We've already got this one side fender completely off. It is actually going to paint. I should be getting it back probably this weekend, maybe sometime next week. But I've got to get the driver's side rear fender off and get it ready to go to paint. It's not going to need near as much work. And guys, we're starting to get this truck back together. So my goal for today is to go ahead and get that driver's side rear fender off, and then go ahead and get all the grill, the headlight bezel trim, all that stuff back onto the truck today. So we'll get started with that, and yeah, we'll see how it works. All right, so there you have it. Got all the bolts out of it by whatever means necessary. There's quite a bit of rusty bolts in it. I think there was 10 total bolts, maybe 12. And out of them, 4 were too rusty to pull out. And of course, it was Torx head bits, T45 heads. And when they strip out, you're pretty much stuck just drilling it, which is what I had to do. So I had to drill out 4 or 5 of them, and just to get it off. So now next step is to get this fender up on my makeshift fender stand, get the bad bolts out, which really isn't that hard, and work on this gas flap that's on this one just to get it straightened out a little bit, get the filler level on it, and get it ready to be sent off to paint. And next, guys, we'll be moving to the interior. We're going to pull the bench seat out, the carpet out, and that's it. And rewire the stereo system in it, because whoever done that, I don't know what they were smoking, but they were on something pretty good, because they've got janky everywhere. So we're going to go ahead and put the 6x9 in the dash where it goes, right in the center, and then we're going to go ahead and put 2 3.5s in, and a couple of little small speakers. I don't want it to be no bass monster, but I want to be able to listen to the radio while driving down the road. So anyhow, guys, as quick as I get these bolts out and get started sanding this fender down, I'll bring you guys back on. All right, guys, so we got the fender completely off. It's done. It's ready to go to paint now. He'll take care of any of the shiny that's on it that has to be scrubbed off, and do all that. What I did is went ahead and right there where that gas door is supposed to be, so I went ahead and sanded that down with 60 grit just to get it level, and repair the cracks that was in it from the door that's supposed to be there, that's brazed in. So anyway, it's a big problem. So all I did was level it on that one and got the broken bolts out. Now, while I have been out here working on this, I decided, okay, I wanted to go ahead and get the grill put on. But then it dawned on me, I haven't even attempted to clean the grill. And I mean, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful grill. It has a couple spots on it that are flaking the chrome off of it. But, you know, a little trick I learned while I was working at another place was how to polish the metal with using sandpaper and actual fine cutting car polish. So anyhow, where we're at here is, you can see how shiny that is. This side over here is already polished. This side is not. And I'll show you the difference in just a second. But what I did is went all around this, the whole entire thing, you know, from the center part over, wet sanded it with 3000 grit by hand. Now, I will strongly urge you not to use a DA on something like this. A DA will burn through the chrome. No matter what anybody tells you, oh, it won't burn. Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Ask me how I know. But you wet sand it, you know, get it good and wet. There's no such thing as too much water on it when you're doing this. Okay? And use your little 3000 grit soft DA sanding paper. I mean, it's just like a piece of foam. You can't even feel the sanding grit on it. And what that does is it takes off all the oxidation from the years of it being out in the moisture and everything else. And what you end up with is you have nice, beautiful, shiny chrome side. And I don't know how good the camera will show it, but this side here, look how rough that is. You go from that to bling. Show you again. That to bling. Now, I'm not done with it yet by any means. That cleans up the rough oxidation. And the next step, when you're doing this, step number 2 will be, you want to get you some, I like 3M products. I think they're great. Machine polish. That's most likely backwards. But the 3M part number on this is 06064. All right. And it is the 3M just regular step 2 polish, cutting polish. You'll go over it with that. And then this one here is also 3M, Majestic Solutions. This is going to be step number 3 polish, so it's even finer. So basically what you're doing is you're going, as fine as the 3000 grit is, you're going 3000, 5000, and I think 7000 is what this polish actually is. It's a cutting cream is all it is. But by the time you're done with that, you come out with some of the most beautiful, beautiful stainless and chrome and all this, and it don't leave scratches, it don't leave swirl marks. That's the reason you do it by hand. If you use a DA, you're going to end up with swirl marks in your chrome. Or you'll burn all the way through the chrome. Either one. You got 2 options, and both of them are bad. So take your time. Don't get in a hurry. If you get in a hurry, you're going to have big time problems. So don't get in a hurry. Take your time. You don't have to do the wax on, wax off Danielson stuff. I mean, certain places you might want to use circular motion. Certain places you want to use straight motion. But taking your time gets such a beautiful thing. Now, it's been a rough day, long day. I'm tired. I'm going to call it at that. Guys, tomorrow when I start this video back up, I'll go ahead and edit this one and send it out with what's been done up to now over the past couple weeks. 3 weeks, maybe a month, I don't know. I'll go ahead and get this edited and sent out. And I promise from now on, from this point forward, I will record every day so that way I can get a video out at least once a week, okay? I know you want to see progress on the truck. I want to see progress on the truck. Taking care of kids is a little more important, but guys, I promise you, this truck is going to be so beautiful when it's done. I still have other things I've got to fix, like that spot down there. We got to pull the interior out of this truck for the wiring. I mean, there's still a lot to do. We still got to pull the bed out, the wood from inside the bed. We got to pull all that out. I know you can't hardly see it, but that's stuff that has to be done. But I'm going to try and make a car show this year. Probably not going to happen, but I'm going to try. So, guys, you know what to do. Comment, like, subscribe, dislike, whichever. It doesn't matter. If you dislike, tell me what you don't like about it. Tell me if I'm talking too much. Brian, you're talking too much. Or tell me you don't like what I'm doing. I don't know. Let me know. Leave a comment. And I will see you in the next one. Guys, again, I'm Brian with American Auto. Comment, like, subscribe. See you on the next video. I'm still at it. Still polishing away on this. It's the grill to the truck. A little bit at a time. I've done a little bit more off camera just to get some of the rough edges, rough spots, and I'm finding out there's quite a bit of bubbled up areas on here. But I think the bumper will hide most of that I'm seeing. And then I've got to go back over it with the polishes. But I figured while I was out here doing this that I would show y'all how it's done. Bottle of water, 3000 grit sanding pad, and just go at it. It's not really that hard to do. It's just time consuming. Got to make sure you keep everything wet and just go with it. You don't want to put a whole lot of pressure on it while you're doing it, because even though this is 3000 grit, you can still scratch your stainless or your chrome or whatever you're working on. So just keep a good pressure on it, but nothing outrageous pressure wise. And like I said before, you don't want to use a DA on this, because it will eat through or scratch it or swirl it or that kind of stuff. But all we're doing here, guys, is simply getting all the years of oxidation off of it. And it'll take off a lot of the real slight surface rust, kind of the same as a Brillo pad would, but I feel like a Brillo pad would scratch this. And have y'all priced these grills? They're expensive. And I'm all about saving some money. So anywhere I can put in a little extra elbow grease and work on it myself and fix things, I'll do that. But you got some areas that's a little harder to get than others. Might push a little bit harder. But really doing this, it's not a hard job. Like I said, it's just time consuming. And making sure you don't miss areas, because you won't notice that you missed something. Well, if you're like me, you won't notice you missed something until you get it all the way back on the truck or on the vehicle or whatever it is you're working on. And then you'll see that one cloudy spot that you missed. All right, so wet sand that and simply just wipe it down. Because like I said before, this is only the first step. So all we're doing here is wiping off the yellow water, the gray water, wiping the hard part off of it. And I mean, guys, technically, I could leave it at this point and just put it on the truck. But I want it to look a little bit better than that. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, you can use paper towels on this, like I'm doing, for step one. But after this, you definitely want to move up to like a microfiber towel. Here, I've got a good example right here to show you the difference in what this does. So, up here has all been hit. You can see how shiny it is. I've already done this entire side. Okay, all this is shiny. It still needs to be hit with the polish, but it's shiny. Over here, I have not touched yet. None of this. Granted, it's still shiny, but I don't know if you can see that in there. That's what we're getting off. And making just shine, shine, shine. And I mean, I'm a little bit old school. I like shine. They say chrome won't get you home. I beg to differ. I bet it will get you home. especially when it's on the outside and not the inside. But anyway, so I'm gonna finish getting this polished up with the first, with step one, and when I start with the polish, I'll bring you guys right back. All right, so while I was off camera, guys, I went ahead and did all the polishing with number 2, the second stage polish, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and stop there for right now and go ahead and get this grill mounted on the truck. But I'll go ahead and show you what it looks like. So it was super oxidized. I don't know if y'all can remember seeing it, but now look at there. Now she's ready to go back on. Beautiful finish on there. So guys, we're gonna go ahead and get this put on the truck, and that shouldn't take no more than maybe 10-15 minutes. So guys, I'll get back with you in just a minute, and we'll see what it looks like after I get it on the truck. Now I still have to polish the headlight bezels, so we'll do that next after I get the grill back on. What's up, everybody? Another day, we're back. All this is going to go into one video, so overlook the how many times I say we're back stuff. But here we are. It's a rainy day in beautiful Tennessee. Weather's crap. So yesterday, where we left off at was cleaning and polishing the grill and then getting it installed, and that's exactly what I did. It's polished and it's on, and I think it looks amazing. A few spots here and there that whatever, but yep, she's on there. Now we get to do the headlight trim and the corner trims. So we're going to get those done today, and I'll get started and bring you guys back as soon as we start putting them on.